What you're looking at is an interaction between myself and a commenter on my 3POA or homophobic video. This commenter attempts to equate my personal criticisms, jabs, and insults of these individuals to the hatred and bigotry that they displayed in that very same video. I'm sure anyone with an IQ above 12 could understand that this is definitionally a false equivalence. However, with that being said, the commenter does point out something that's important. Although it wasn't an intended piece of their line of criticism of me, I do feel it's extremely important to share why I insult and critique the people that I do and the things that they say. In the script for another video that I'm working on, I end a rather lengthy series of criticism and insults with the following phrase: "This isn't drama, it's pest control." This phrase encompasses the entire motivation behind why I do what I do. When you're a part of a community, it is incumbent upon you to police that community of bad actors and people with unsavory ideas and behavior, especially when that community is meant to be inclusive and inviting. Chad and others have mistakenly assumed that the target demographic for my videos are the people in the thumbnails and the subject of the videos themselves. That line of thinking is completely incorrect. The true target audience for my videos are the people in their audiences. If I can reach even one person and lead them to the reasonable conclusion that the people they watch may not have the best of intentions, then I've done my job. I don't give a fuck if the person in the thumbnail responds. That's never been the point. And to sum up why I'm as confrontational as I am, here's the white rabbit with a phrase I think is very appropriate to my situation.
I adopted the methods I was forced to by an enemy willing to do worse.
Hello ladies, gents, and everyone who identifies outside and in between. Today I'm going to respond to Chad, who responded to me, so now I'm you know what? Welcome to the infinite regress. But seriously, I want to highlight once more how dumb and misinformed this guy is. He's going to trip over every point he tries to make and contradict himself at every turn in the nearly half an hour he spends gargling my nuts like Listerine. Typically I'd play the clip and respond to it, but I want to try out something new. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to play the second one on top so you can hear the contradictions back to back for yourself. And in some cases, he'll fucking do it for me within the same rant. And before we get started, I do want to preface this with the fact that Chad uses the R slur quite a lot on this stream. So if you go back and you watch that, just watch out for that. Diet Nazis like Chad have seemed to give the word a sort of resurgence lately, so be careful. Alright, let's get to it. Chad's first real criticisms of me, if that's what you can call them, revolve around three main components that all seem to be relatively synonymous with one another, but here they are. Number one, he states that I don't have many subscribers.
So this guy Swamp Ass has a whopping 28 fucking subscribers.
Number two, he claims that I move from person to person to gain attention and bring viewership to myself by inciting drama because, as he says,
as everybody loves a fucking train wreck.
And number three, he claims that I want access to some sort of conspiratorial club.
They're trying to, like, get in the club.
Points 1 and 2 are going to be refuted by Chud the Bitchless's own words. Chad claims that I'm some desperate clout-chasing attention goblin, and in that same breath, he'll mention that I only uploaded 4 times within the span of a year. To the intelligent few of us who don't get our news and medical advice from Joe Rogan, we know that these things are mutually exclusive. I can't simultaneously seek attention on a grand scale while having no sense of an upload schedule at all. If what Chad was waffling about here was true, I'd be pretty fucking horrible at getting the results I wanted. If I really wanted to rustle feathers and rage bait your dumbass, I'd drop a video on your Chrome Dome every day or two. No shade, Tatz, you're my nigga. But like I said in my last video about Chad, I'm not terminally online like he is. My brother in Christ, you stream for multiple hours every other day, so men in their 40s will flock to you and circle jerk each other in that gigantic fucking echo chamber that you call a YouTube channel. One of us is an attention whore. The other one is me.
Right, because these people, they do this shit to get attention. We're going to see that of these 4 videos, they've only put out videos for a year. It took a year to put out 4 fucking videos.
In response to point 3, I really wish I had some sort of witty rejoinder about this quote-unquote club he mentions, but I genuinely do not know what the hell Mr. Chud the Dildo was huffing right before he mentioned this. I have no idea what or who he's talking about, but if you're into unemployed men who bitch and cry about G.I. Joe and the fact that the 80s are long dead and mostly forgotten, boy howdy do I have the place for you.
I'm a hypocrite and a moron and a loser.
Beyond Chad's contradicting statements about my need for attention, he makes his stance on a handful of things transparent for the audience. It's not an exaggeration or hyperbole to say that he at the very least tolerates homophobia and racism, despite the fact that he's also a homophobe and a fucking racist. Just take a look at this.
3 POA are homophobic. Homophobic's not a real thing, right? Homophobia. Talker art is a racist. Is he?
Yes!
If he is,
Yes!
Is that not his right?
No! Fuck! Shit!
People like Chad don't even try to hide their bigotry anymore. It's why I go as hard as I do. But here's the kicker. This statement alone made me get up and put this script together because the irony on display is fucking Shakespearean. I legitimately cannot believe he said this shit with a straight face. Have a look.
With fucking thin skin that can't take jokes. Like, you're on the fucking internet. If you're on the internet, if you have a YouTube channel, you open yourself to it. I'm sorry. Welcome to the fucking really real world.
You know what, son? I'm proud of you. I can stand behind that statement. Wait. Let me check something.
Here's the point. Remember the whole thing about my job?
Say you swear to God. Put that on Allah. Put that on Allah. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Say you swear to God that just happened.
The worms are eating your brain, Chad. According to you open yourself up to it. So which one is it? Did other people get you fired? Or was it, mayhaps, the consequences of your actions? Both can't be true at the same time. You are a forward-facing personality on the internet who uses his given name and shows his face. By your own logic, you cannot bitch and complain when you get your taste of the real world. The fact is, no matter how hard you point the finger at others, you got yourself fired. You say horrible and awful things, and when people took umbrage with the things that you say, they called your place of employment and you lost your fucking job. You get on the internet that I paid for and routinely give shit takes while dehumanizing those that are different than you. Your lack of accountability and personal responsibility show that these aren't actual values you have. They're just things that you say to play to the pick yourself up by the bootstraps folks. You don't really believe this shit. So do us all a favor and shut the fuck up. Go put that apron on and a pair of house slippers and make my sandwich, you unemployed fucking kitchen wench. Because I don't even need to try very hard to cook your monkey ass. You always end up doing the job for me.
I did not watch any of this guy's videos, but I heard he's very much trying to be like this fucking chucklehead right here. Right? Like Tyrone, like Boog. They're trying to act like they come from the fucking ghetto, like intentionally throwing on the ebonics real thick.
Sure you didn't. And I have a girlfriend. She just goes to another school. Chad, let's get something straight. You claimed you didn't watch any of my videos, but the entire audience knows that you're lying. You're not fooling anyone. We all know once you finished swiping on Grindr, you popped open another incognito browser and watched my videos. You make repetitive assumptions about me as a person and say that I force the ebonics. But the only reason that you think that is because the difference between you and I is that I have culture. I grew up surrounded by other black people and Latinos. It's not my fault that the culmination of any fucking culture that you have is putting raisins in your potato salad. You're as dense as a dwarf star. However, the defining difference between the two of you is that you are a waste of protons. Keep my name out your mouth, and while you're at it, zip my pants back up and do the same for my nuts. You can't even manage to stumble into a decent point on your best day. And I know you're listening, so let me put you on game real quick. This video is titled like it is because you're like all the other dumb fuck bootlicking maggots that I've met. You sensationalized my titles and didn't engage with a single piece of actual criticism within that video at all. You ran and hid like the coward that you are from someone who brought smoke to your door. just like you did at Comic-Con when you piped down like the little house bitch that you are. You can't have an exchange of arguments because of one simple fact. You in your heart of hearts know it as well as I that you are intellectually inferior, and I know that boils your fucking blood because it's coming from a black man. You have neither the dick length nor the reading comprehension to go bar for bar with me on your best day. Low IQ sensationalism and racist dog whistles don't equal decent critique. Your criticism and list of refutation are as shallow as your stroke game. Now, I'm sure this guy will have something to say later on, but he's not worth my time. Unless he gives another shit take that needs dissecting. And with this guy, it's an infinite well of misinformation and bigotry. So I'm sure we'll be here again at some point. This had me feeling like FT Signifier because this shit was light work. No wonder I didn't give you a script last time. I'll leave it there for now. So as I always say, love yourselves and each other. I'll catch you in the next one. Scoreboard, fuck nigga.